Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another What If video. In today's What If video, we will be doing part 2 of What If Amy was the ultimate life form. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 of this What If, I recommend you go check it out. Otherwise, you'll have no idea what's going on. But before we go ahead and get into this, make sure you guys go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you thought of part 1 if you're excited for part 2. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right back into this What If. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Mighty, and Ray manage to find Eggman's secret pyramid base and sneak in. And everything mostly plays out the same in there. The only difference is that Ray accompanies Sonic and Mighty accompanies Knuckles. And after a while, they would manage to get the necessary things they would need in order to sneak out to the spaceship. And thus, once on, they would manage to head to the space colony Ark. However, Eggman follows suit and ends up contacting both Rouge and Amy, informing them of the situation and telling them to get prepared. Amy and Rouge nod their heads, and Rouge heads off to get the final few pieces of the Master Emerald that Knuckles hasn't gotten yet. Meanwhile, Amy prepares to deal with Sonic once again. Just like the original timeline, Knuckles will crash the spaceship into the space colony Ark and would separate from the group to go find the last few remaining Master Emerald pieces and to get the ones Rouge stole back. Meanwhile, Sonic, Tails, Mighty, and Ray would begin to come up with a plan to shut down the Eclipse Cannon, with Mighty saying, "How do you think we could shut it down?" "Not sure, but either way, we need to prevent Eggman from using it." "I think I might have a way to shut it down." Tails then unveils a fake Chaos Emerald, much to the group's shock, as Ray would end up asking, Is that a Chaos Emerald?" "It looks like it, doesn't it? But it's actually a fake." "A fake?" "Yeah. Although it's not as powerful as the original Chaos Emeralds, it does have similar energy, and with it, we can use it to reverse the effects of the Chaos Emeralds on the Eclipse Cannon, thus allowing us to shut it down." "Exactly." The group then splits up, with Sonic and Mighty heading to the Eclipse Cannon to shut it down with the fake Chaos Emerald, while Tails begins to create a distraction, and Ray stands on guard, just in case Eggman tries something. However, unfortunately, Eggman arrives, and a battle begins. Ray and Eggman begin to exchange blows, with Eggman firing multiple attacks at Ray. However, Ray would manage to dodge all of them, and would spin dash into the Egg Walker. However, it has very little effect. But Ray then gets an idea and flies in the air, continuing to dodge more of Eggman's attacks. Ray then manages to grab the Egg Walker, fly it up into the air, and throw it down to the ground, damaging it. However, it has very little effect, and Eggman manages to get back up quickly and fires more attacks at Ray, causing Ray to fall down to the ground. And once Ray attempts to get back up, he's only hit by another attack from Eggman on his Egg Walker. However, Ray manages to get back up and spin dashes into the Egg Walker. Ray and Eggman continue to battle it out, with the two of them being evenly matched. However, after a while, Ray will begin to get the advantage on Eggman. However, before he can fully finish the job and defeat Eggman, Amy appears using a Chaos Destruction, throwing Ray flying back into a wall, badly damaged. And as Ray attempts to get back up and goes in for a spin dash, Amy simply teleports out of the way and roundhouse kicks Ray into the wall, knocking him out cold. Eggman then laughs as he grabs Ray and realizes that they can use Ray to get the final Chaos Emerald and tells Amy to follow him. Meanwhile, everything with Rouge and Knuckles played out the same, with Knuckles still saving Rouge and managing to get back the final few pieces of the Master Emerald before fully fixing it. While at the same time, Sonic and Mighty would manage to arrive at the Eclipse Cannon. However, before they can put in the fake Chaos Emerald, Eggman contacts them, with him saying, "I suggest you hand over the Chaos Emerald, otherwise your friend will be blown sky high." Sonic, Mighty, and Tails would immediately begin running to where Eggman and Amy are with Ray, and after a while, they would manage to find them, and they would end up seeing Ray being held captive by both Eggman and Amy, with Eggman pointing a gun at Ray's head, while Amy has her hammer in her hand, ready to use a Chaos Destruction the second Ray tries something funny. Eggman then tells Sonic, "Now, hand over your Chaos Emerald, or else your friend is gone." Sonic would look at the fake Chaos Emerald in his hand, as he turns to Tails and Mighty, for the two of them nodding. Sonic would nod back, and would turn his attention back towards Eggman and Amy, and would begin to walk towards them with a smirk, and he would end up saying, "I must admit, Eggman, I'm quite impressed. You've turned into a big-time villain." However, before Sonic can hand Eggman the fake emerald, Eggman smirks and pushes a button on the Egg Walker, causing Sonic to be trapped in an escape pod, shocking him with him saying, "What?" Eggman begins to laugh with him saying, "Did you honestly think you could fool me with that fake emerald?" Tails, shocked, would end up asking, How did you know it was fake? Tails! Because you just told me, fox boy. And now that I know it's fake, say goodbye to your beloved hero. Eggman prepares to send Sonic out into space. However, before he does, Sonic turns to Tails and wound up telling him, "Good luck, little buddy. You're the hero now." Sonic then turns to Mighty and Ray and would tell the two of them, "Stay strong, you two. And please, help Tails out in any way you can." Eggman then sends Sonic out into space, and the pod explodes, seemingly killing Sonic, much to Tails, Mighty, and Ray's horror. Amy, on the other hand, is disappointed with her saying, "I must admit, I'm disappointed, Sonic. I thought you were much better than this, but I'm afraid not." Amy then heads off to deal with Rouge, as she knows she's up to something. Meanwhile, Eggman turns his attention back towards Mighty, Ray, and Tails with him saying, "I suggest you hand over the real emerald, or else." Tails glares at Eggman with him saying, "No, especially after what you did to Sonic. I'm gonna make sure you don't get this emerald, Eggman." Tails, Mighty, and Ray then begin to battle Eggman in an intense fight. However, unbeknownst to Amy, Eggman, Tails, Mighty, and Ray, Sonic would manage to use the fake Chaos Emerald and would use Chaos Control to escape the escape pod. Sonic would end up teleporting where Knuckles is and would fall down to the ground. Knuckles would help Sonic up, and he would end up asking Sonic, "You alright?" "Yeah, I'm fine." Sonic then heads off to the Eclipse Cannon. This way he could put the fake Chaos Emerald in it and prevent the Eclipse Cannon from firing at Earth. Meanwhile, Amy would end up confronting Rouge, similar to how Shadow did in the original timeline, with her revealing how she knew that Rouge was Agent Rouge. Alongside this, her and Rouge would have a similar conversation that Shadow had with Rouge in the original timeline, with Rouge explaining to Amy how she apparently isn't the real Amy Rose. However, Amy tells Rouge, "I don't care if I'm the real Amy or not. All that matters to me is fulfilling my promise to Maria." "Are you sure she wanted you to destroy the world?" "I don't know. From what I remember, she does." Amy heads off to deal with Sonic, as Eggman contacts her, telling her to deal with him. Amy nods her head and heads off to deal with Sonic, while Eggman continues to fight Mighty, Ray, and Tails. We then cut to Sonic as we see him trying to get to the Eclipse Cannon as fast as he can. This way he can put in the fake Chaos Emerald. However, before Sonic can get there, he's all of a sudden thrown down to the ground, as Amy arrives on the scene using a Chaos Destruction. Amy then tells Sonic, "I must admit, Sonic, I'm quite impressed. Managing to Chaos Control using a fake Chaos Emerald? That's very impressive. We need to go to a movie sometime." Sonic would scoff and would get back up and would end up telling Amy, "Look, just get out of my way. I need to stop the Eclipse Cannon from firing at Earth." Amy smirks and tells Sonic, "I'm afraid I can't do that, handsome. I'm gonna have to stop you here and now, as I have a promise to fulfill." "Really now? Well, either way, I'm gonna stop you and Eggman." "We'll see about that, Sonic." Amy then uses her hammer to cause a Chaos Destruction. However, Sonic would manage to dodge the attack, and would use the fake Chaos and would once again use Chaos Control, would slow down time, and would homing attack Amy, throwing her down to the ground. Amy, however, would get back up and fire a barrage of Chaos Spheres at Sonic, but Sonic would manage to dodge all of them, only to be hit back by a Chaos Blast. Amy then fires a Chaos Lance at Sonic. However, Sonic would manage to get back up and would dodge the attack. Sonic would then use a Super Peel Out, throwing Amy flying into a wall. However, Amy quickly gets back up and ends up hitting Sonic in the face with her hammer, followed up by a Chaos Destruction, throwing Sonic flying into the air, followed up by Amy homing attacking Sonic in midair, throwing Sonic down to the ground. However, Sonic would manage to quickly get back up and use a Spin Dash on Amy, throwing her flying back into a wall. Amy quickly gets back up and begins to fire a barrage of attacks at Sonic, which she barely manages to dodge, and after a while, Amy begins to get the advantage. However, Sonic would use the fake Chaos Emerald again to use Chaos Control, slowing down time, allowing Sonic to use a Super Peel Out, throwing Amy into a wall. Sonic would then use a Drop Dash on Amy, causing her to go flying in the air. Sonic then does a homing attack, followed up by him kicking her down to the ground. The fight continues as Amy quickly gets back up, with the two of them being evenly matched. However, after a while, Sonic would begin to get the advantage over Amy. Amy, quickly realizing that she's about to lose, would end up retreating. However, before retreating, Amy would turn around and smirk at Sonic and would tell him, "Don't worry, handsome. We'll see each other real soon." Sonic scoffs and hits the Eclipse cannon to shut it down. Meanwhile, Tails, Mighty, and Ray continue to fight Eggman. Tails, Mighty, and Ray are getting the advantage over Eggman. However, Eggman's still fighting back with him firing multiple attacks with his Egg Walker. However, Tails is also firing multiple attacks at Eggman using the Cyclone, while Mighty uses spin dashes and Ray uses drop dashes. Mighty then grabs a piece of rubble and throws it at the Egg Walker, badly damaging it. However, Eggman quickly recovered from the attack and would fire a charged up blast at Mighty. However, Tails would come in and would manage to block the attack. Tails then fires a charged up blast of his own, throwing the Egg Walker flying back into a wall, causing it to crash into another room of the Space Colony Ark. Eggman, however, would quickly manage to get back up and would fire a barrage of attacks at Tails, Mighty, and Ray and would begin to overwhelm them. However, Tails fired another charged blast at Eggman, causing him to go flying back once again, damaging the Egg Walker and almost cutting off its legs. However, Eggman would manage to get back up and would attempt another charged up blast, only for the Egg Walker to be more badly damaged by Mighty. Eggman then pulls out his gun, ready to shoot the three of them. However, Ray would manage to grab the gun before Eggman could fire a shot and would throw it at Mighty, as Mighty breaks it with his bare hands. Eggman's eyes widen in horror, only for Eggman to be thrown back into another room as Tails fires another charged up blast. At this point in time, the Egg Walker's legs are almost completely destroyed, and before he could fire another attack, Mighty would come in and would manage to rip off the Egg Walker's legs. Eggman, now defenseless, will lay on the ground as Tails, Mighty, and Ray prepare to apprehend him. However, before they can, Knuckles would come running in the room and would explain to them what happened, explaining to them how Sonic survived and used Chaos Control to escape the escape pod. The group will begin to celebrate. However, unbeknownst to the group, Eggman would use this opportunity to grab the final real Chaos Emerald that Tails had on him and would rush to the Eclipse Cannon. This way he can activate it to destroy Earth. Eggman arrives to the Eclipse Cannon and prepares to put in the final Emerald. However, before he does, Sonic arrives as well and yells at Eggman, "Eggman, stop!" However, it's too late as Eggman puts in the final Emerald and prepares to fire the Eclipse Cannon at Earth. However, before he can, and before Sonic can hit Eggman with a homing attack, a message from Gerald Robotnik appears, shocking both Sonic and Eggman, with Eggman saying, "Grandfather? That's your grandfather?" Just like the original timeline, Gerald goes over his plan on crashing the Space Colony Ark on Earth, getting revenge on humanity and Gun for killing his granddaughter, Maria. The message then ends, and Sonic and Eggman regroup with the others. Tails ends up asking, "What are we going to do?" "I don't know, but all I know is that we need to stop the Space Colony Ark from crashing into Earth. I'm not sure if we can stop it." "Well, we have to. We can't just give up now." Sonic then gets an idea and turns to Knuckles and asks him, "Hey Knuckles, do you think it's a possibility that the Master Emerald could deactivate the Chaos Emeralds?" Knuckles thinks for a moment before nodding his head with him saying, "Yeah, they should be able to, but either way, we need to get to the Chaos Emeralds fast." The group nod their head and they split up. However, while everyone splits up putting their plan into action, Amy simply watches the Space Colony Ark slowly fall towards Earth. They're saying, "Finally, Maria's wish will come true. Earth will be destroyed, and she'll have her revenge." However, as Amy says this, Ray would end up noticing that Amy isn't helping, and would end up asking her, "Well, why aren't you helping?" Amy would turn to face Ray and would tell him, "You wouldn't understand. I'm fulfilling a promise. A promise I made to a friend a long time ago, to get revenge on all of humanity for killing her. But this isn't right, though. I don't care. It's what she wanted. And it's finally happening." "Are you sure she even wanted this?" I'm sure." However, before Amy can finish, the rest of the flashback plays out in her mind, as she quickly realizes this isn't what Maria wanted. Amy, realizing what she's done, would then heading off to go regroup with Sonic and Knuckles. While at the same time, Sonic and Knuckles manage to arrive at a replica of the Master Emerald altar, and will prepare to put the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds on it to deactivate the Chaos Emeralds. However, before they can, the Bio-Lizard appears and prepares to attack the duo. However, Amy would hit the Bio-Lizard in the face with her hammer, followed up by a Chaos Destruction. Amy would then turn to Sonic and Knuckles and saying, "Get to the altar, now, I'll handle him." Knuckles and Sonic went on their head, and went heading to the altar, while Amy turns her attention back towards the Bio-Lizard. Amy then ends up telling the Bio-Lizard, "Bring it on. the battle is in Rouge and Amy, and the two of them begin to fight. And that's where we're going to end this what if, for right now. So what did you guys think? Did you expect Amy to help Eggman in capturing Ray? Or did you expect Ray to get captured at all? Or did you still expect Sonic to help out of the escape pod using the fake Chaos Emerald? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and make sure you guys go ahead and get hyped for part 3, as in part 3 we'll be finishing up the story of Sonic Adventure 2. I'll see you all in the next one.